My name is Celia Weiss Bambara, and my husband, Christian Bambara, and I live in a dance studio slash workspace in Wicker Park named Praxis Place. We have an African-based contemporary company which was started in 2006 in Los Angeles.
Okay, hello. Okay, I am Christian Bambara, Celia's husband, and I'm a dancer, choreographer, and from Burkina Faso. And
Christian and I, my husband and I, were working in Los Angeles as dance artists, and I was working on a PhD in critical dance studies at the University of California, Riverside, and I had gotten to the all but dissertation part, and we were also attempting to make dance work in Los Angeles, where there is a very little studio space, both working and going to school. And we looked into Chicago because we have family in the surrounding area, and there was a large amount of space and what seemed to be a relatively warm and receptive dance community. And so we made the trek across country, and we both finished school, and I wrote my dissertation while we made dances that we then toured. The first two spaces that we fell upon that we were really enamored with was Lynx Hall, the Silver Space, which is the place that we currently have taken over, which is Praxis Place, and the Division Street Dance Loft, which was run by Rachel Thorne-Germond. And both Christian and I kind of first sought out folks who would be receptive to African contemporary work in Chicago, and we were aware of the fact that we were the only company here that did that type of work. So there would be a large amount of translation going on. And I also really reached out to the Haitian community, and we reached out to the African dance community as well. And we have since been trying to almost make sense of these different communities here and have them meet each other, because that's something that very rarely happens. And at the same point in time, there is an immense amount of really amazing dance making and dancing, yet not a lot of dialogue between those lines. So we've attempted to do those things, I would say, trying to create intersections between people in a way that also creates more space and more community for us, because we focus on things like interculturalism and race and travel and translation, and those are things that we're very much trying to practice in the community outside of our dance making. So that's kind of a lot of intense stuff to bring to a new community. And we've been here, what now, 5? This is our 6th year, and have had some success in bringing folks together and introducing them to each other and to our work and kind of what we're doing, and that's really exciting. I mean, it's exciting to see so many people's expressions in the city. Relatively new movement that began in the 1970s, really in West Africa, and occurred in reaction to all of these national ballets that were instituted after decolonization. And national ballets really just took all of the traditional dances from different ethnic groups in different countries and put them on stage. African contemporary dance takes, I would say, specific to Burkina Faso, because it's specific per country and per choreographer, but takes the base of a traditional African form and employs that base in tandem with African choreographic practices, which have been developed over time They're kind of akin to what we would call movement research. A lot of it happens through improvisation. And depending on, like I said, the country too, and the artist, it's usually combined with physical theater that comes directly from whatever country we're talking about, and contemporary dance. So, and that contemporary dance too is a complicated term because there's contemporary dance that is made in Africa, and then there's also contemporary dance that comes from the West that people practice in Africa. So most people that do African contemporary work are trained in African traditional dance, some form of physical theater, and a contemporary dance form, whether it be African or quote-unquote Western, as we would say European or American. And so that's complex enough as it is. The actual making of the dance usually happens through some sort of layering